So Junior Max heat number 1 about to get underway. Here come the drivers onto the track. Daniel Daum on pole position alongside Mark van der Kamp. Spoke to Daniel on the grid. Mark van der Kamp, we spoke to him about overtaking opportunities, and it's at this corner here where he fancies it. Spoke to him about potential overtaking into the last corner. Said that's very difficult in this class. So Wester Alexiejewicz and Piotr Swejazinski are on row 2. Spoke to Piotr as well. Sent out a message to some of his family at home, to his mum. Jurek Matija and David Daum. David and Daniel Daum, twin brothers. Didn't race each other in the last class, but David said good to be racing each other now, and he wants to catch him by the end of the weekend. He said by the final, I will catch him. So good fighting talk there, and I mentioned the idea of him about a Daum front row start, and he liked that one, but I think he'd like to be to the inside of it rather than the outside. Camille Donix and Leon Kilmeyer on row 4. We spoke to Leon as well, and Leon talked about, he didn't like the fact he was starting on the outside. Leon, I put the idea forward to him. I've watched a lot of these one-off races, commentating on the fuel bar. I said, if you're 8th place in that pre-final, do you sacrifice a place on purpose almost? Like let someone just overtake you and then settle for 9? I said, possibly. Starting on the outside, very difficult. Mads Rees and Benjamin Ag, row 5. Rory Muna and Jordan Dalishka, row 6. Tony Heronin and Frederick Jarek are row 7. Damien Sakulic and Dennis Bauer, row 8. Row 9 is Stefan Thurfbauer and Alexander Raab. Konstantin Reisch and Mina Nikolic are row 10. Then it's Benson Drew, Roskonzi and Lajim, Stubenberg and Muna, Suin and Kane Raff, Putiatin and Maskilevich are row 15. Right, here we go. We're off and racing. Oh, and a good start there from the outside and taking the lead. Mark van der Kamp. Well, that's a surprise considering what some of the drivers were saying on the grid. Mark van der Kamp, a very aggressive approach there into turn 1. And guess what? He's taken the lead. Daniel Daum dropping to 2nd place there. And on the defensive, Mark van der Kamp trying to get away early doors here. That's Alexiejewicz there in 3rd place. Oh, and I think a change of 4th. Is that David Daum going through the 4th place? The number 221 goes off the track. We'll pick up who that is very shortly as the driver's now filtering through. That was Mads Rees. So a disastrous start for Mads Rees. I think he's in about 10th place now as they make their way up towards the last corner. Mark van der Kamp, I can see David Daum has actually gone through to 4th place now, I think. Let's confirm they come across the line. He has. So Piotr Sprejazinski has dropped to 5th place as drivers make their way now through the chicane. Up towards the right-hander they go. Just to look over the shoulder there from Daniel Daum. I'm going to get those names mixed up a few times, Daniel and David. I imagine so, but I'll try my best not to. Daniel Daum just looking over his shoulder there. Can see Sylwester Alexiejewicz behind. David Daum trying to close in 4th place. Piotr Swejazinski starting from the outside of row 2, sorry. Just trying to go with him there as well. 6th place, also making a pretty good start there, is Camille Donitz. Camille Donitz there in 6 as the top 6 making their way through now. Just trying to, I think we've got everyone pretty much through nice and safely. Mid-pack, look how close that is. Oh, and a change there. Going into the right-hander. I think that was Thurfbauer. Thurfbauer making a move for 9th place. Pretty sure that was. Now the gap between the 2 leaders was half a second at the end of that 2nd lap. Let's see what it is this time, because Daniel Daum is getting a bit of a helping hand here. It's gone up though. Well, it's 7/10. He's getting a bit of a helping hand from Sylwester Alexiejewicz. David Daum still has Piotr Swejazinski behind. As that midfield battle still very close. On his own, actually, is the number 212, Laurie Muna. But then Tony Heronin in 9th place, leading an almighty battle, which stretches all the way back to about 25th place or so, which is Mads Rees. Now, Mads Rees was a driver who went off, started 9th place, went off the circuit, and that's dropped him down 10, 15 places. Looked like I was going to say, looked like Daniel Down was closing that time, and he has done. Daniel Down likes this circuit. He's racing with the Speed World Academy team, who pretty much operate from here. So Speed World drivers know this track very well. He's been looking forward to this event for a while. It was interesting to hear that as well. Big event this, Rotax Grand Festival. My first time here. Real pleasure to be here. The competition very, very tough indeed. Now I've got to say, in 5th place, Swejazinski looking very, very close there to David Down, but I've got to say, all the junior match drivers have been quite patient here, particularly in 6th place there. Donitz also being quite patient, as is Laurie Mooner in 7th. Oh, and trying to... problem there for the 207. Now, that is Frederick Jelic, who's had a bit of a problem, and there's another driver there, not in a cart. So, we'll have to pick up who all those are, because when you have a driver next to a marshal post, it's never good news. So there are the yellow flags. So it's all kicked off down this end of the circuit. I'm going to say this corner, pretty much outside from where I am, as leaders make their way onto the start-finish straight. Oh, and there's a change. Well, that caught me out, let alone... Oh, and going across the grass there. Now, I think that was Sylvester Alexis Javis who had to take to the grass. So that was David Down going up the inside into the first corner. It was a good move, but not if you're Alexis Javis, because he's lost not only 1 place, 2 places, but now a 3rd. As even a 4th now, dropped all the way to the back of this lead queue. Donitz and Laurie Mooner going past as well, makes 1 back. But the 216, Sylvester Alexis Javis, just having a bit of a rough lap as it's coming towards the business end of the race now, or the end of the race, shall I say. It's a bit of a British phase. Figure of speech, sorry. Right. The 2 twins are right together. There they are in the middle of your picture. Daniel leading David Down. Oh, and there's a driver just having to get going again. You see the drivers who we've had in trouble then. We've lost Mads Rees. We've lost Christian Drew. We've lost Jelic and Slavik Putiatin. I imagine that was Slavik, who was just in a bit of trouble trying to get going again. And yes, Slavik now crossing the line. So... 3-4 drivers out of this race as we're about to start the penultimate lap, and got to say, Mark van der Kamp doing a brilliant job here. He almost won that race as soon as he got that lead in the first corner. Didn't have to defend down at what he said was the main overtaking spot on the circuit, which I'll point out to you now as they come out the chicane. This corner here, that right-hander, didn't have to defend here. Daniel Down did. That's been the difference. Once he got that break, Mark van der Kamp, I've not seen him look over his shoulder. I've not seen him make 1 single mistake. Mark van der Kamp, there he goes through the long left-hander. There's one look just to see, and you could see that getting his head down, a sign of confidence, a sign that he perhaps knows he's won this one. So it's going to be down to who wants second now, because we've got Daniel Down, David Down, and Swejazinski all in a line. Through the right-hander they go. Right, left, and right again. Up towards the chicane. See a photographer there trying to grab an opportunity to take some pictures out the last corner. And on the defensive goes David Down. Swejazinski trying to go round the outside there. Just trying to get a run on the exit of the corner. Looking over his shoulder, can see brilliant race being driven here by Kamil Donic, and Donic off the circuit ever so slightly there as David now makes his way up towards the last corner, may have to defend, won't have to, but out the last corner. Mark van der Kamp's going to take race victory. That's what it means to him. Brilliant win for him. Daniel Down takes 2nd place. David Down finishes in 3rd. Piotr Swejazinski finishes in 4th place. Kamil Donic in 5th place. Then it's Sylvester. As I'm just going to bring the full positions up on my timing screen. Sylvester Alexis Javis, Laurie Mooner 7th, Jurizik Mataya 8th, and it's Stefan Furfbauer in 9th. Konstantin Rajk finishes 10th. Tony Heronen finishes in 11th, and it's Damian Sekulic in 12th. Levente Los Conzi 13th. Alexander Raab finishes 14th place. Tucson Bentz finishes in 15th place, and it's Jordan Dalishka, next along. Dennis Bahart, Camilo Stubenberg, Ollie Pettery-Muna, Leon Kilmeyer, 20th, not the best race for Leon Kilmeyer. There's the first 17 positions. We've run through most of them already. And you see Daniel Daum, David Daum, and Mark van der Kamp being shown as 7th place. Now, well, I think that was just a little bit wrong there, so we'll ignore that. But I'm just going to run through my time on the screen. Where did I get to? I got to about 20th place, and Ollie Pettery-Muna, Leon Kilmeyer 20th, Ali Lajin 21st. Then it was Daniel Kainrath, Milan Nikolic